Just opened up a can of worms. Welcome to Penny's Hot Rods and Customs again on the, just Chris and Derek on the 69 Fury. Just pulling out the rear window. And yeah, that's what I sort of expected that. A lot of the molding clips are gone. That's the part of the butyl. Yeah. Here it seems okay for the most part. See. Yeah, just work. And we got to take our time because we don't want to break it. Okay, so we've gotten the rear window out. A little bit more rust than I thought, but it doesn't really make a difference because if there was just a little bit here and a little bit there, it's the same thing. We're replacing the whole thing. So yeah, that's all bad. Here, bad. The top is decent, just a couple little spots there. But we'll bend up. We won't do that today, but we'll bend up some sheet metal and weld that in. Still iffy on this. This would help if we put a seam there. That would help with Bondo, but it would be harder to sand shit, and so I don't know. I might just leave that, or I might just cut it there. I'm not sure. We also did the same thing for the front. It's all gone. It's all loose. We're not going to take it off. I'll leave it there, but we've had it out. But yeah, rust in the corners here, a little bit rust there, a couple little spots, and the bottom I think on here is gone, and same as on there, so it's better than the rear. And all my brakes came in, my brake parts. I've got drum or shoes, front, rear, master cylinder. I got all the wheel cylinders. I've got brake lines and kits, and most important, one piston ring set. So I think today we're not going to start this yet. That'll be probably next video. We're gonna probably just start with the brakes, so replacing all that. I don't know how far we'll get, but shouldn't take too long. But we'll do what we can and get all this stuff installed. Hopefully it's the right stuff. All right, directly from Rock Auto via China, I think. So, except for this may be Hastings. I'm not sure. It might be American made. Doesn't say. 100 years of innovation, so that can't be too bad. But Derek's got the front end jacked up. We'll pull the drums off, and you see in that last video, but we'll start replacing all the garbage used stuff with new Chinese stuff. Hey, exciting stuff. We got the brakes off the right front, and we got the cable on there.
New
hose, and Derek's got the new cylinder.
And surprising, this unfettered very good. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. New brakes, much different than these paddless ones. The kit I got, I ordered a front and a rear, but they seem to have the same part number almost. At least the bags do. They came from two different manufacturers. One's Ray Bestis, one's Dorman.
Yeah.
But the bag has the same part numbers as the Ray Bestis one, the Dorman one. So I don't know. And the parts are identical. So I'm assuming they're the same. This was seized. We had to heat it up and clean that. And got some anti-seize on there. These got cleaned up, get reused along with the adjuster, or that. And this spring doesn't come with the kit. And I'm missing the cable for the adjuster that goes around there on this side, so we'll get that at a later date and then put it in. Pull one off one of our parts car.
Okay. Okay.
So
with your 2 new pins.
We'll struggle with this and give you another update. Well, I've been using just a plain old wire wheel on a grinder, and they come out perfect. A couple pits here and there, but no signs of it ever being having ground out brake pads on them. No groove. They come out nice. Just have to re-grease them. And Derek's working on passenger side. Cylinder on, hose on. He's just cleaning up the bolts for the bottom since he had to take, I don't know if he had to, but it was easier to get this off, to get the bolts because they were too tight against the spindle. He had to take those off, and of course the lower control arm drops a bit, so he's cleaning up the bolts so they go on nice. And speaking of windshields, I found a used windshield. Me and Derek and Corey pulled it out the other day for $100. This isn't it, but this one has a big crack and it's all delaminated, but it was off of a 71 Fury 3 4-door, so got some parts of it. Even got a steering wheel, because my steering wheel, I'll show you guys later once I pull it out of the car. This steering wheel is crap. That's okay, but this is just, every time I touch it, things fall off it. So got a different one. It's not exactly the same, it's from a 71, but it'll work, and it's blue. Alright, brakes on the driver's side are done. Had to heat this up again. It was seized, so just heat it and took a wire wheel to the threads, put some never seize on it. Always put never seize on that. New cylinder, new brake line. Brake line, Derek just said he had to heat it up a little bit, and then it popped off, so didn't break there, so that's all good.
We will flush the line out after.
Yeah.
Before we bleed it.
Yeah, we're not going to be getting to the bleeding today. So this side had the cable, so the other side was broken. It was missing, so this side can be basically buttoned up, I think. And I cleaned the drum as I showed you before, so that's all ready to go. Just have to get some new grease in there, and the side's done, I guess.
Yeah, okay, so for now.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's one thing I gotta check. We did find these sitting in the car, and we figured when they tried to tow, or well, that's got a weight, one weight on it. I don't know if it's supposed to. Oh, there's a weld mark there. So that's got to be welded onto there. And then this one right there, I think.
Not a big deal.
Nope. Yeah, little weld marks there. So I think that goes there, and this one goes there. Or a combination of.
Okay. Is you done?
Yep. Yep. We'll weld those on.
Okay.
At a later date.
Yeah.
Once we start actually getting bleeding the brakes and.
Oh, we should have put the master cylinder on.
Yeah, the master cylinder on, and the.
I don't know what the back brake lines are like.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, if they're rusted underneath.
Right. So far, I'm going to say the front's actually not in bad
Yeah.
shape.
And judging by the floor, the brakes are probably, lines are probably good, but on top of the rear end, I don't know. And Derek's replaced the brakes in there. We're just heating up the line there so it doesn't snap. New line to go in there. So far everything's looking perfect. Spray lubrication. Still turning.
Yeah. Ooh. Spray it some more. I think I got it a little close.
Okay.
Lubrication cheap. Just work it back and forth. A hoist would be so much nicer. But unfortunately it's not gonna happen.
No, we're too cheap and don't have the room.
Yeah.
And if we had the room, there would be a car there, so you can't put a hoist.
Oh, it would be filled up with something.
Yep.
I'm surprised all the things that back you come apart and lose. The back wheel cylinders had brake fluid in them.
Yeah.
That's a good indication.
There's the old wheel cylinder. And everything came off. Everything's coming up fury, I guess. I was gonna say everything's coming up Millhouse, but if you were Simpsons, but that's the caved-in gas tank that I'm pretty sure we can't fix. But the frame's decent except for a little bit here because of the trunk, but we'll replace that with some good old used metal. And got the clip out. Hey, everything's coming out good.
There we go. The line's out. That looks like the same.
Yeah, we'll call it.
Yeah,
Call it close enough.
I don't think the same threads are looking. Yeah, it looks like the same.
Yeah.
What did I do with the never sees?
Oh, anti-seize, right here. Yeah, that'll help the next guy in 40 years to rebuild the brakes on this.
You got that right.
Mm-hmm. We build cars to last, not. Well, safety first, fellas. Someone's got to do it. Okay, of course it come down to the last side and broke the fitting. Broke the brake line. So Derek bent up a new one.
Half-assed.
Nicely bent. I'm gonna put that in. This side was the worst. The drum was the worst. The adjuster, we actually had to, we use a propane torch to heat it up twice. Nothing. We had to use the acetylene torch, get it cherry red. Then it broke free. And this spring is toast. It's stretched, bent, and that goes for the self adjuster, so we gotta get a new one of those. The last side is the worst, but all the brakes are in. All the drums are cleaned. Get rid of garbage. And yeah. Okay, so the brakes are 95% done?
Sure.
Something like that. We still got to get a cable for the front, one of those little thin cables for the automatic adjusting, and we got to get a spring for the back passenger side, so it's stretched and quite rusted. So there's Kevin making noise in his scrapping truck there. Watch him trying to, he's gonna try and do a burnout.
Sound like a bag of shit.
Yeah, it's a beater. But we did get, this is the window we got. It's just sitting there. It's obviously used, but for $100, it's better than trying to get a brand new one out down here. And for the cheap prick Fury, it's perfect. So I think we'll leave it here. Next time we will probably finish off the brakes, put the master cylinder on, bleed the brakes, and probably, yeah, the piston, we got the rings so the piston can go in, then the engine can go back together, paint, quickly give it a cheap ass paint job, and then whoop, in. Then there's other things to get it running, like rad, carburetor we gotta do, so a few things, but hopefully by the end of another 4 weeks, 3 weeks, we'll have this thing moving under its own power, hopefully.
I think I have a drive shaft for it.
Yeah. We have a carburetor, just got to get a rebuild kit. Rad, obviously, I'm going to have to just purchase because can't find a used one, and if we did, it's going to be shit. So, and then worry about the gas tank a little bit later. We'll get it running off a jerry can. So if you like this, always subscribe, always comment, all that good stuff. Tell your friends, tell them to subscribe and all that. And we'll keep working on this. As long as it's not raining, we'll be out here working on this. If it's raining, we're in the doing the Model A. So thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.